Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about Seisa, Seisan and Seisan. At the start of a class, when we do our kneeling, and at the end of the class when we do our kneeling, whoever's in charge, whether it be the sensei or the senior grade, will often call for Seisa, and it irritates me no end when they call for Seisan or Seisan, because they mean something totally different. So Cézanne is French post-impressionist painter who died in 1906, Paul Cézanne. Cézanne is a kata. We actually have it in GKR, and it's also in a lot of other styles, and it translates into 13 hands. And Seisa is the call for kneeling. Seisa actually translates into quiet sitting or proper sitting in Japanese. It has quite a long history, and comes from a period when I guess everything in Japanese culture was prescribed, and there was a very precise etiquette for how you did things. I don't think this was a particularly good period in martial history or in Japanese history, really. You know, a time of complete conformity, and where there were rules governing everything. Interestingly, it was very often used in other arts, not just martial arts, but in tea ceremonies and in daily life. And when it was done in those days, they were very often done on tatami mats. That's like a kind of a reed mat, and so consequently it was not so painful on your knees. Now that it's been transferred into the modern dojo, where we have hardwood floors or you know, sports centres or whatever, where the floors are not sprung, it's become something of an endurance test. And even in Japanese culture, visitors to Japan or people who've lived there, you know, for quite a while, still complain that seiza is a very uncomfortable posture to sit in. They call it sitting, even though it's kneeling. The correct position is down, sitting on your knees, and then according to your style, you'll either have your toes crossed over, your feet crossed over on the insteps, or not crossed over at all. And according to some sources, you should rotate your ankles so that your big toes flat on the floor and your kind of feet turn outwards slightly. Most people, I guess, aren't that bothered with it, but in my style, as I say, it's quite acceptable if you have bad knees to stand. And the trouble is with seiza that it does exacerbate knee and ankle conditions, and can actually cause them. If you're unfortunate enough to have sensitive nerves in your knee, you may never find a way to kneel comfortably in seiza. So hopefully your style allows you to stand. If not, you know, it seems rather foolish to injure yourself just for the sake of tradition, which really the only purpose of the tradition is just to give you somewhere to be during momentary meditation. Anyway, yeah, just a brief thought about the function of seiza. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about how it's performed, because it's different according to different styles. However, I will strongly recommend Dave Lowry's book In the Dojo if you're interested in the etiquette and the history of seiza and bowing. His book goes into a lot more detail, and then you can apply it to your own particular style. So there you go, seiza or seizan. It's seiza when you're kneeling. You take care, guys.